Hello everyone, welcome to my shop. My name is Steve. In this video, which is the third on this topic, I found some images on my iPhone and I thought you might enjoy seeing some of the photos I snapped while I was building this groove tool. It's just a slideshow. There's a couple of videos that I did with the iPhone, and they'll be coming up shortly. So I hope you enjoy these. They're a little more informative, perhaps, give you a little more idea if you're planning on building one yourself. I bought two sets of gears, one for a friend of mine. He built his own, and then I built mine. And as I remember, they were about $75 for a pair of them. So, that being said, let's go through here and see what I can explain, or if I see something here, I can explain how it went. Just using a boring bar here to size the hole, so I could press fit the shaft that holds one of the spider gears. And it chucked up in the forejaw, you can see. That's the shaft, and I put a groove in the end of the shaft there, and then when I pressed it in, I believe I put an E-clip on that, in that groove, so when I pressed it in with my press there, I could just press it down to the proper depth, and it would be okay at that point. I was able to make adjustments with these two, if you look right there, those two brass rings, one on top and one on the side. I could make the adjustment for the backlash with those two, thinning them out, taking off as much as needed to make them match. Here I'm turning that square into a round. That's the part that goes on top. It goes back and forth and rotates. It sits right on top of that gear. And I have to cut off a piece. I had a chunk of, there it is, a piece of cast iron. I think it was about 5 inches in diameter. And I cut it off and milled the slot in here. After I got the first groove in there, I put in a T-slot cutter and cut the T-slot next, which should be coming up shortly here in the video. Sorry for the jiggling. It's one-handed photography, and I wasn't really concentrating on making a smooth video. I was just trying to capture what I was doing. Let's see, what's next here? A little deeper pass. Take another cut here. And that's my, what do you call that, hold down plate that I made. I put a video out on that. There's several of them out there. I think I said A-Bomb, that I got the idea from him, but I think I'm wrong. I think it was Tom Lipton that I first got the idea from. I believe he made one of these, and I think everybody copied his idea. It was pretty good idea. It works great. It certainly makes it for small parts holding much easier than trying to clamp something on that big table. Here I'm just demonstrating the gear. Put three screws to hold it in place on top. You can see those three, and then this is a slitting saw I used to cut the groove, and then I tapped and threaded the so I could clamp it on to the the boring bar rod. So there it is there. You can see it attached to the back of the boring bar. And this is the nose piece, or the, what do you call it? The dog that hooks on the front. And this provides the power transmission from the chuck to the tool. And it just clamps on the front of the spider gear that the boring bar comes through. I believe that was my 1.5" drill bit that I'm using there, and then after I drilled it out to there, I had to go a little bit more. I think the spider gear was about 2 inches, so we had to go out a little bit bigger after I put the initial hole in it. And then we slotted it and put an Allen screw in there so I could tighten it onto that wheel right there, the horizontal gear. Well, I guess, I don't know which way you'd call it. I guess it's the one the bar comes through. Here it is in action. I drilled 2 holes in that dog so I could move it in or out on that bolt. 2 different positions depending on which chuck I was using. And that's the business end of the boring bar. You can see I drilled a hole in the end, tapped it, and made a place for it, and I've got it set right there for the height. And it doesn't take very much for that boring bar to travel quite a bit. Now I'm actually cutting a bushing here, and there's the finished result right there, and that's the way it looks when it's all done. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye for now.